Just take a sip. Hey you guys, what's up? Today's video is not fancy, as you can see. Nothing fancy happening here. Today I just basically wanted to sit down, do my skincare routine, have some coffee, and just basically have a goal-to-goal conversation with you guys. Now, I've never been open about my personal life because, to be honest, there is no personal life. I've been single for almost like a year now, and honestly, I'm loving it. I'm not even kidding you guys. Like, I'm really happy. Not even been in a lot of relationships or even had like a lot of dating experiences as such, but I still have enough to share a few dating mistakes that I'm pretty sure you guys will be able to relate with. I'm pretty sure you girls also must have done the same at least once in your life. And if you haven't done it, I am so proud of you. But just hear me out. I'm sure it might be of help to you in future, or maybe whenever. It's always good to have some information that can be of help. And also, during the video, if I forget to mention any product, it will all be listed down in the description box below, because I don't want to be disturbed while I'm ranting. Okay, I really need to focus. This is a subject where I really need my head in the game. Okay, so let's do this. So first, I'm just using this Face Shop's All Clear Cleansing Oil because I still have some makeup from my morning session, and I'm just gonna remove that. Anyway, so where do we begin? The reason that I thought of this topic, honestly, is because I just went through something very recently. Not that it really affected me as such, but something similar has also happened to me in the past, okay? And I kind of figured a pattern to these things. By the end of it, I figured that I was always in a bad spot. Like, I was the one who was feeling angry about things. Even after I've done so much for this person, it should not really end up in this way. Being girls, we just get attached really fast. As soon as we get attached, like, things just go like this. And yeah, so there are a few dating mistakes that I've figured, and I think, it's gonna be really helpful for you because Mama's found a way. Okay, so before we start listing down all the mistakes, I'm just gonna try out this deep exfoliating peel from PAC. I got this like 2 months ago. I think it was launched about two and a half months ago, and I did not really try it out ever since I got it. So I'm gonna try it out today. This is the deep exfoliating peel off mask. It says here that you're supposed to just apply it on your entire face, avoiding eye and mouth area, massage for 30 seconds, and wash it off when the dead skin cells come off. How do you know the dead skin cells are off? I was expecting this to be like a peel off thingy. Does it not like peel off? Is it just like a regular scrub? Or does it like peel? What is happening? I don't know. Guys, let's just come back to our topic. So mistake number 1. Raise your hands if you've been there. You become overly attached to the person within like a week of talking to him. So it all starts with the guy chasing you, okay? And then he's like overly charming and everything, and he's just saying all the right things that you want to hear. And in the beginning, you're not really sure of him, but then he charms his way into your heart and everything. And that is when you start to build that attraction in your head. And that's when it all just... that's game over for you, babe. I figured that I get attached really fast, and I mean, there's no shame in it. It's just that that's not how you can get a guy, basically. If you really are interested in a guy, and if you want him to stay with you, then you cannot give in that easy. And when I say give in that easy, is that you cannot show affection that early in a dating phase. To give it like, I think, about 3 to 4 months. You have to give it that much time. You have to like stand your ground. You cannot let your guard down at all. Once you let your guard down, that is when they just start taking you for granted, and it's a mess from there. Okay, dude, I mean, what's happening? The dead skin cells are really coming off. They enjoy the chase, basically. They enjoy talking to a girl. They enjoy being with a girl who doesn't give them pow at all. Trust me, mark my words, if you're in a phase, if you are in that early stage of dating in your relationship, then just like, pull yourself back a little. Give him the time to miss you. Give him the time to think about you. Be mysterious. Do not like just open up your cards, okay? That is mistake number 2. Mistake number 2 is telling everything about yourself to a guy. Like, what even, man? Like, then there's nothing left at all. Okay, you're just like ready to share everything, you know. मैंने ऐसी थी, मैं वैसी थी. Dude, he doesn't want to know. He's never asked you about it. Even if he did, he really does not want to know the details about it. Just be mysterious, okay? Just give him like a one-liner. Just give him like, you know, maybe we'll discuss it someday, but I don't think I'm ready to discuss about it right now, or something like that. Just be very like guarded. When you just say that, हाँ ये हुआ वो हुआ, he'll get bored. I mean, hell, I'll get bored. Do not be an open book. It's no fun actually. Okay, so I'm just gonna quickly wash my face using the Herb Day cleansing foam and like be back. So I've washed my face and I don't know what it is, either the exfoliating thingy or the face wash, because my face feels extremely smooth right now. Like, I'm not even kidding you guys. It feels like there's absolutely no texture on my skin at all. So I think it has to be the exfoliator, and this is hashtag non-sponsored, you guys. This is really good. Anyway, so moving on. Where's my coffee? My coffee is like ice cold, you guys. It's become cold coffee. Before we move on to our next mistake, I have this new face mask by Plum Goodness. This is their green tea clear face mask. I'm not sure if this is new, but I recently got it. So because I haven't tried it out, I'm excited to try this one out. It smells good. And this is especially for, you know, acne and just clearing out your acne and pimple and all of that. Alright, so with that, let's talk about mistake number 3 that we all make. We try to buy love and affection. How we do that is by giving them gifts, by, you know, paying for everything, and just ready to spend on them whenever and however and whatever, without thinking twice. Because, you know, you think that if you do that, you're gonna get his affection, and you're gonna show him that, you know, how much you like him and all of that. So you buy gifts for him and you go all that extra mile, and, you know, you just get him stuff and all that, and he doesn't really care. You're not gonna get any gifts from him. Okay, if you do that, you're never getting any gifts from this guy. I'm all about that feminine thing, okay, but I really want the guy to be at least willing to pay. After that, it's like my call. If I want to pay, then I will argue and I will fight it and I will pay for it. I don't mind paying for it, but at least have that chivalrous attitude about, you know, paying the bill, or maybe even splitting it. And once you start doing that, once you feel that, acha theek hai, chalo, you know, whatever, I'll pay for it this time and then next time, what happens is that you're putting it into his head that, you know, you have a lot of money, you've got resources, and you don't really care. Raise your hands if you've done this, if you've been here, if you've bought expensive gifts for this person and you've received nothing, like literally nothing from this guy. In fact, kharcha karke you feel like a worthless piece of trash. When all of this comes to an end, you feel like, what did I do? Why did I do this? Why did I spend so much of money? Alright, so I think my mask is also dried. I'm just gonna quickly wash and be back. Alright, so I washed off the mask and it doesn't feel dry or anything. To be honest, I don't really have any acne on my face right now, so I cannot really tell if it has done anything to reduce it or even dry it out or anything of that sort. But yeah, I mean, my face feels good. So that's all I can say, honestly. Now I'm going to use the Belif Bergamot toner and I'm just going to pat that into my skin. Just like 3 drops of it is enough. Using the Etude House Moistful Collagen Essence right after the toner. Alright, and with that, moving on to the next mistake, which is mistake number 4, I think. Right, so dating mistake number 4 that I think a lot of you girls might have done also is that we start texting a lot. As soon as we get comfortable with the guy, you start expecting him to be available for you 24/7. You message the guy, you start counting minutes. Why hasn't he replied you yet? What is he doing? Where is he? And you know, it goes round and round in your head. You start stalking him on Facebook, on Instagram, on whatever social media or whatever social page that you have. Just want to know where he is. Why hasn't he texted you? Why hasn't he replied you within 5 minutes of you texting him? Once the guy starts responding to your text, you want him to call you, and then you expect him to call you every night. You expect him to call you like 3 times a day. You know, it just kind of turns a guy off when you know, a girl is just so available for him. So eventually what happens is that he starts texting you less and less, and to the point that he doesn't text you anymore. Days go by and he hasn't responded to your text or your calls or your messages or your emails if you are a psycho. And then you start thinking that maybe you said something to him that might have hurt him, so you start being apologetic to the guy for no reason. It's just that he didn't want to talk to you because he's just like bored of talking to you or whatever. I'm really sorry, but that can happen to a person. The best way to avoid this and to maintain his interest in you is to not text him all the time. You wait for the guy to call you. You wait for the guy to text you. You give him a moment to at least miss you. If you're not even giving him enough time to miss you, how the hell do you expect him to like develop that kind of interest in you? I mean, I understand that we girls are like always interested and we're like, oh wow, you know, he's so nice, he's so cute, and he was talking to me yesterday, so he has to message me today also. But that's not how it works. You have to let the interest build both the sides. You should not really jump as soon as you get his text. You wait. Okay, you breathe. It's fine. He's texted you. That's good. That's a good sign. So you want to take your time, just relax. You've seen the text. After 45 minutes, 1 hour, you just very casually respond to that text like it didn't really bother you. I'm sorry. I know it's difficult, but you have to control your texting and your calling habits. I know there can be some girls who will not stop at just texting or calling. They will even email the guy, you know, like trying to get him from everywhere. Just relax. Don't be a psycho. Don't give him that idea that you're a psycho, and don't give him that idea that, oh my god, you know, this girl is not my cup of tea. Have a very chill vibe about you. Be relaxed, be calm. Just be busy in your work. Give yourself priority, give your work priority, give your family priority, and then after all of this comes this guy. When I wasn't doing all of this, I felt like shit because ultimately the guy would just leave and I would end up feeling like shit because I was doing everything right in my head. Like I was being nice to him, I was being overly affectionate, I was buying him things, I was paying for his shit, and you know, after all of that, how can a guy leave me? How can a guy not want to talk to me because I'm doing everything right? There comes a point in your life where it just like blows, and then you're like, I don't want to be nice to this person, whoever this person is. I'm just gonna do my thing. I'm just gonna, you know, give my work priority. I'm just gonna give myself priority. I'm not gonna pay for anybody. Really worth it? You have to prove it to me that you deserve to be paid for. So yeah, with that, let's move on to... Okay, we just applied an essence, right? Let's move on to an eye cream. I'm using the Mamaearth under eye cream. I'm taking like 1 pump of it, that's enough. And with that, let's move on to our 5th and final dating mistake. This is fun, guys. This is so much fun. Have you ever found yourself in a situation where the guy is not the one to ask you out for a date, but you are the one to be like, when are we meeting? When are we meeting? Let's go for a movie. Let's go for dinner. Let's go for lunch. You have to wait for the guy to ask you out. It can take like a month, it can take a week, it can take 15 days, depends on guy to guy. If you really like the guy and if you're like really chill about it and you're not showing it or whatever, he will ask you for a date like within 10 days of talking to you. You have to give him that much time. Okay, do not be in a hurry. I've made that mistake and I know that I've been the one to keep on asking for a date, like, you know, let's meet. When you come to a point where you get so comfortable talking to him that you feel that it's all right if you initiate the conversation of going out or meeting, right? But do not let that happen. You have to be strong. I'm so sorry, guys. If you are looking for this guy to be like your boyfriend or a long-term thingy or whatever, you have to make him chase, okay? You have to play strong. You have to be like, you know, really like, you know, mysterious and not ready to just jump into things. I'm sorry, but that's how things work around here. Trust me, it feels really good if a guy asks you out first. The worst that a guy can do to you is reject it, like say no to you. And trust me, they do that. Okay, so do not put yourself in a spot where a guy has the higher like he has the leverage to say no to you. Do not ever be in that position because it can make you feel shitty. You be like, oh my god, I just asked him out for lunch and he just said no to me, or maybe he said yes and then the other day he just cancelled on you. that is even worse. How embarrassing and how insulting can that be for a girl? You know, because you know you've been waiting for that day, you've picked out your dress, you've picked out the kind of makeup that you want to wear. Ignore, just forget it. I mean, if he wants to meet, if he's interested, if he really likes you, he will want to meet you. He's not making any move, then it is not worth to crush your, you know, self-respect and your ego for someone just to meet them for like 1 hour or 2 hours. Basically, it doesn't make sense for you to beg to meet someone. Okay, if the person is really interested, they should, you know, be equally excited about meeting you. I'm just gonna apply Kama Ayurveda lip balm. This smells so good and it's really thick. Right, so with that I have finished my skincare routine, and we've also covered 5 basic major dating mistakes that I think most of us girls make. And I have made it. I'm pretty sure a lot of you girls must have made it, and if you haven't made it, I am so happy for you and I'm so proud of you. But do keep these things in your mind before you jump for a guy. Just repeat after me, you girls. He is not perfect. He is not perfect. He's not the best guy. He's not the only guy, and he's not the only one who can give you happiness. You will not give anyone that much value to disrespect you, to crush your ego, to you know, make you feel like shit whatsoever, because you've guarded yourself, you've maintained that dignity, you have loved yourself, you've given priority to yourself. So all of these things actually matter a lot, and we choose to ignore all of that when we start liking someone. Yeah, I hope you guys don't do it. I hope this video will be helpful to you if you're going through some bad time in your relationship or something like that. I hope you will be able to turn the game around, and I hope things work out in your favor. Please let me know if you'd like to see more of such videos. I would love to make them. I would love to share my experiences and traumas and, you know, good things and bad things with you guys. Yeah, with that, it's a wrap for now. I hope you guys have an amazing day ahead. If you enjoyed this video, do not forget to give it a big thumbs up, and also do not forget to subscribe to my channel before you leave. And with that, it's a wrap for now. I will see you in my next video. Bye!